Recorded Books presents Cow Hug Therapy: How the Animals at the Gentle Barn Taught Me About Life, Death, and Everything in Between, by Ellie. Narrated by the author. Introduction. The fate of animals is of greater importance to me than the fear of appearing ridiculous. It is indissolubly connected with the fate of men. Emile Zola. As a child, I felt most comfortable around animals and out in nature. I averted my eyes around other people, my head hung low. I had no concept of who I was, or any sense of self-esteem. I wasn't comfortable in my body, and my mind was constantly filled with thoughts and fears that I couldn't control. My emotions were mutable, depending on what was going on around me. If I sensed people were pleased, then I was happy. If there was discord with anyone else, I would feel upset and sad. Even as a young adult, I did not know how to maintain my own center and could only marvel at those who could. I was born an animal lover, an animal communicator. From my earliest memory, I knew my connection with animals was the pulse that circulated a life force inside me. Animals called to me from the woods and lakes near my childhood home. As a toddler, I would wander barefoot out of my house to sit under a tree where wild bunnies would hop up and sniff at my open hands. One day, when I was 6, I was playing with dolls in my room when I sensed the distressed call of a bird. Though I couldn't hear it, I somehow knew where it was and ran down to the lake, where I found a baby bird who had fallen from a very tall tree. I could not find her nest, so I carried her home, created bedding in a nest shaped from grasses and mud, and fed her until the day she became strong enough to fly away. I saw animals as my greatest teachers, healers, witnesses, and friends, while the people around me seemed to think of animals as things to eat, wear, and throw away when they didn't want them anymore. They couldn't see animals in the way that I did, and this perplexed me and made me heavy-hearted. My commitment at a very young age to always love and protect animals, and my ability to understand them, seemed to make other people uncomfortable. When I refused to dissect a frog at school or cried at Western movies when the horse got injured, they'd tell me that I was acting crazy or being ridiculous. People would try to shape me into an image of their own making, and this only made me feel more different. I was lonely around other people and spent hours with my dog, my parakeet, and the woodland animals around my home. At age 7, I began to dream of a future where I lived on a big property full of animals and could show the world how beautiful they are. When I finally founded the Gentle Barn in 1999, I wanted to help as many animals and people as possible. I knew that to reach that goal, I would have to get out of my own way by healing my low self-esteem issues and being my true self. The healthier I could become, the more animals I could save, people I could help, and Gentle Barn locations I could open. This is still a work in progress. I have sought out many qualified therapists and healers over the years, but it has been my rescued animals that have taught me the most about myself and about life. They have no certificates, diplomas, or graduate degrees. They've never studied how to help people heal. They don't keep records or files, and yet they know what is needed. Animals have the wisdom of the universe, pure instincts, not harnessed by society's ideas of who and what is acceptable. They have loved me, raised me, and healed me. They have listened as I cried, accepted me as I was, and mirrored back to me that I am lovable. I always knew that I would spend my whole life saving animals, but I did not know that in return, they would save my life in such a profound way.
To keep listening to this audiobook, I've left you a link in the description so you can do it, at no cost thanks to Audible's 30-day free trial.